Hello, welcome, or welcome back to the Blue Knitter podcast. You can probably hear me so much better now. Um, so for Black Friday, I got this cheap little lavalier mic, and I just did a test and played back the sound, so it should be working, even though I don't see anything moving, any levels or anything like that. But it looks like it's working. I probably just haven't figured it out yet. It's fully charged, so yay. Um, I have not been around for a while, and I'm sorry, but not very sorry because I've been living my life. Anyway, I'm not gonna bore you with any details because there's really nothing exciting going on. I've just been living life, and that's what you should be doing. So I'm just going to get into some FOs. I just realized I forgot one of my FOs. I'm gonna have to get up and go grab real quick. So we're just gonna talk about some FOs and then some Advents. Um, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Feliz Navidad, all the things if you celebrate those things. First, I wanted to talk about one of my FOs. It's one of the three FOs. I have three FOs, but they're both kind of the same. So my first one is I finished my Alanis Morissette Jagged Little Pill socks, and they're so pretty. I'm just going to show you one, but these are mine. They fit a little tight. It was my first time using Fiber Hustle yarn in actually completing a pair of socks, so I needed to know like what they felt like. But I cast on 60. I'm sorry, 64 stitches, 20 rounds, or 2x2 rib, 20 rounds for the cuff, and then 60 for the leg, and 80. Then I did the heel flap and gusset, and I did like 85, I think, for the foot. And I would have liked, I did a round toe also. You can see it. I would have liked if I cast on 68, and I think going forward with Fiber Hustle yarn, I'll be casting on 68 stitches. I did vanilla socks on Magic Loop by the Crazy Sock Lady. Hope you can see it. You should know this pattern because I think everybody and their mother has knit it. That's FO1. FO2, exact same thing. It is Crazy Socks by the Crazy Sock Lady. But these are for my friend who has larger feet because he's a male. So these I did cast on 72 stitches, did 2x2 rib for 20 inches, did 60 rounds for the leg. I'm sorry, 20 rounds 2x2 rib, and then I did 60 for the leg, and then I did heel flap and gusset, and then I can't remember what I did for the foot, but he's a size man's 12. I was supposed to give this to him when we went to go see Alanis, but he bailed, so I still have them indefinitely until the next time I see him. Or I was gonna actually send he and his man a care package. But look at the difference. Like, so 70 stitches versus 60 stitches. That's crazy. Okay, so that is that FO. And the next FO, I realize I just forgot, so I'm gonna have to get up and go grab it really quick. Okay. Oh, I bet you heard all that with the mic. Sorry, guys, I'm not used to the mic. I'm not a Mikey person, but I'm getting there. I think it's going to sound so much better because it's not going to be that echo from the camera anymore. But that's that. Let me find it. The next one is, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? This is the Dustland hat by Mr. Stephen West. West Knits. This is also a familiar pattern, I would think, for everybody. Let me just hold it up so you can see it. I always like to try to find the back. It is not blocked because I'm doing an entire Dustland set, mitts, cowl, and hat, and I was just going to block them all in the same blocking water because they're all the same color and all the same yarn. So does not look great because one needs to be blocked, and two, I look like a cancer patient. Anyway, oops, I forgot to say because you may not know, but this is the Alanis Morissette yarn from Fiber Hustle. If you go to Fiber Hustle's website and type in "Jagged Little Yarn" is the name of the yarn, it should come up. Fiberhustle.com. It's 80/20, 80% merino, 20% nylon. This is Ruby and Roses. It's her. Oh, this is a DK base that I used. I did everything is written except I did a tubular cast on for it on a. I went down a size needle to cast on for the tubular. So I think he recommends 6 for the brim. I cast on a size 5 tubular cast on. Did the alternating thing to get the 2x2 rib. Then I went up to the size 6. Did the ribbing as written, maybe an extra round or two. And then I just knit in pattern, like Steven says. I love how that boomerangs. But like I said, it needs to be blocked. This is from the Ruby and Roses. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. This is from the Ruby and Roses collection. Her Downton Abbey colorways, and this is the colorway Glow Up. This is her DK base. It's 100% merino, and of course, going on theme and on par. The next one I did was the Dustland Mitts by Stephen West. And this would be a whip because I have not finished them. So I'll put this one on. This is in the same colorway, which is Glow Up from the Ruby and Roses Downton Abbey collection. It is no longer available. The pattern calls for fingering weight. I use sport weight because my hands are smaller than a man's hand, and those are like a larger size in the pattern. I use sport weight. Here's the other one. I still got the thumbs to go, and then I have to do a tubular bind off on the top. I use sport weight. Everybody says they fit a little thin, and for a mid, I like it to be a little bit warmer. Oh God, I want to finish these so bad. Why haven't I finished these? Oh yeah, I remember Christmas came and I had to start my Advent socks, but they're almost done. I could probably finish them today if I really wanted to. I did a tubular cast on. Same thing I did with the hat on a smaller needle and worked up. And then on this one, I think I did it on the same size needle because it calls for a size 4. I used a size 3. So I just didn't go down a size needle when I cast it on because I noticed this was kind of tight and I wanted it to flare a little bit. And then I did the tubular bind off very, very loosely because I'm a tighty. And it worked out great. It's perfectly long. I'm kind of glad I finished up to this point because I can't remember what I did. I think I did do a mod here, but I can't remember what it was for that. Or maybe I didn't. No, I think I was going to knit the ribbing shorter at the top, but I just didn't. And I just kept going. And the next thing I'm going to knit, I haven't even cast it on, so don't come for me. Christmas happened. I'm going to do the cow. So I have a whole set, but so far, in love with Glow Up. So beautiful. It's not really doing itself justice here. If I move it back. Anyway, check my Instagram for when the whole set is out, and then I'll post a picture. Hopefully, I'll be back sooner. I'm hoping to podcast more as the years come, but I never know how I'm gonna feel, and I'm just gonna be honest. I may not. Next, I have 2 hose. One, I think I already showed you. I had to already show this because it's been done for so long and I just haven't even cast on the second one. So I'm going to talk about it very briefly. It's called the something in German or Dutch. And it's just a vanilla sock with a very special like parting heel. And I heard about it on Happy Yarn. Oh no, I forgot her name, but she's Dutch and she does this podcast and she knits a lot of socks. And I feel so bad I can't go through her heel. I feel so bad I can't remember what her name of the podcast is. If I remember, I'll put it down below. But it's really good, and she's really sweet, and she's cute, and she does Christmas songs and plays piano, and she's awesome. But this is the hoe, and I really do think I showed this, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. It has a cute little ribbing for the heel. I did it as written, very deep heel. I like it, but I want to wear them before I can tell. I cast on 68 stitches for this, and it is Fiber Hustle yarn, and I believe it's called Winter Done Already Come. Yeah, I almost kind of remember talking about that, so I'm just gonna stop talking. And I'm not sure if I showed this, but the next one, my next hoe is from Summerly Design Co. and it's called the Comfort Core Sock Set. Get a good picture. And I did this one where it ribs, they're like athletic socks. So it's ribbing at the top, and then at the bottom it's like the seed stitch, and then it's like something else that squishes in your foot. Anyway, I don't want to give too much of the pattern away, but I did it in my Gary Knits, Gary Rides End AIDS exclusive colorway set, which was asphalt and lime. And I don't know if it's the yarn, if it's the ribbing, if it was my dad passing away and me knitting tighter. I don't really know what the deal was, but nothing I did on socks made worked for these socks. I cast on 64 stitches. It was too tight. I went to go knit the foot, and the foot was too short. So I am going to frog these. I think last time I said, oh, I'll just give them to Knit the Rainbow if I don't want them. I'm going to frog them because I decided I really like the yarn and I really want to make a pair of socks with this yarn. Just not these socks. Something just did not happen right. So I'm not afraid to frog them. I think what I might do is go up to a 1.5 needle, which is a 2.5 millimeter, I think. Or I'll cast on more stitches. But that is to be determined. I did want to show this because I did finish it, but like I'm frogging it for next year. I'm gonna restart. I might even do another pattern because I'm just so upset about this pattern not working. It's very pretty. It's a good theory, but I cannot get it on my foot comfortably, and I'm sick of socks that do that. And I have found out that a lot of the socks that I've knit that I cast on 64 stitches on a size 2.25 millimeter needle, which is a US 1, I found out those socks don't really go on my feet well. So it might be time to rethink my sock numbers, which is, I think 68 is a good place, but it's hard to do math to math that in a pattern sometimes. It's really not that hard. It's just 4 extra stitches. You just add 2 to the front, 2 to the back. It's really not that big a deal. But or I could go up to a 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter needle, US 1.5, and I think that would fix it. Segue into my next whip, which is my Woolens and Nosh socks. So for my Woolens and Nosh sock set, I did the Solace pattern by Anna Fletcher. And it is a mostly ribbed sock all over with just some little ribbing in the ankle. So it's just like the vanilla is the new black pattern, but it's all over rib. And then on this pattern, I think the suggested gauge is 36 inches on a 2.5 millimeter needle, which is a 1.5. So I was out of size 1 needles. All my size 1 needles were taken, and now I can't even find the whip that was on to show you guys. I realized I couldn't find it last night because I got to a point in my my socks at the heel turn where I had to look at the pattern, and I just wanted some bed knitting, and so I couldn't find them. I had to pick up a whole different sock. It was a thing. Anyway, I couldn't find them to start this project, so I was like, I'm just gonna knit them on a 1.5. Like, what's the big deal? Maybe they'll actually fit, and maybe I can get them over my ankle. So that's what I did, and these fit great. But Woolens and Nosh yarn is thicker, so I don't know how a 1.5 would work on thinner yarn. I'm sure it'll be fine, but I feel like when I'm stepping on it, I can feel I can feel those knit bumps just bumping out. And so maybe it won't be if I do it with thinner yarn. Maybe I should just cast on 72 stitches. Or I feel like 72 is too much, so I might just do 68. But anyway, these are my Woolens and Nosh socks. And spoiler alert, I'm only going to show up to day 20, but I did knit past day 20. So we're just going to fold that down like this. Okay, and I'm just going to show you where I am. The rest are just these colors repeating because there's only 24 stripes colors, so I'm just going to cover that. But I made it all the way. This is the leg, and then I made it to the heel, and then I just used the contrast for the heel. And then the second one, I messed up the heel on the first one, so I wanted to concentrate a little bit more. So I'm going to just do the heel later on today. But there's not a whole lot to write home about here, guys. It's a rib sock. For the cuff, I just used that contrast color just so I didn't run out. I won't run out because she does the full skein, but I think it's good. If I have it, use it. Why not? It's brown, and I don't really use brown. But I'm at the point, like, so the next round is this is all going to be heel, and it's going to be back and forth knitting for the heel. Simple, easy peasy. I have not a whole lot to say about that. Beautiful. Love Woolens and Nosh. I don't think I'll get another advent next year. I'm going to wait for her to announce the theme because I don't like saying I won't do something and then do it. So I'm going to wait for her to announce the theme. I'm sorry, I need water. So I'm going to wait for her to announce the theme before I say whether or not I'm going to do it. But I have plenty of yarn, and that yarn needs to be knit in 2026. And I need to stop buying yarn. So I think I might do what Nancy from Knit Sip Happy. She just got some stash yarn, and she just did a stripe a day. Maybe she didn't have 24 stripes, but it's okay. Like, I mean, the last thing I probably need is another Woolens and Nosh sock set. So as of right now, I don't plan on buying it next year, but that is subject to change with FOMO and all the things. But I really am enjoying these, especially with this top color. Look at that. With the blues. And then when that yellow came, I was like, ah. And then when the pink came, I'm like, pink. But that's that. Those should be done pretty soon. Then I can get back to my Dustland set. And since I was talking advents, I'm going to talk about my Polka Dot Creek advent that if you follow me on Instagram, you know Polka Dot Creek had an advent, and then me and Tania from Breakfast Crew were like the first people to get it because I was like, oh, I gotta have to get it. Like I was waiting for her to post it in April to get it, and then she had to ship it early because of the tariffs. And anyway, it's a whole big thing. But me and Tania got that advent. It came with this bag. Let me show you the bag. It came with this bag, y'all. It's so cute. Sorry, disclaimer. If you don't like acquisitions and stuff, you should probably leave now because I think I've talked about all the knitting I'm going to talk about. But the rest is going to be a lot of acquisitions because I have a problem. And it's handmade by So Sarah. And this is So Shannon. My bad. And this is her label. It's not going to show, but trust me. So Shannon, and it's at So Shannon YYC. This is the name who made this bag. It's got like a wire frame. It's such a nice bag. It's got a pocket inside, and she used the fabric for the pocket. And then it's got a second pocket with more fabric. Like, I got it for the bag. I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, the yarn came too. And I'm gonna talk a second about advents. So I messaged Shelly before this advent, and I love Shelly. I love Polka Dot Creek. Don't go there. And I asked her what yarn was gonna come in the advent, and she said 75-25. So I didn't ask her any further questions. So this is on me. So in my head, I'm thinking, oh, well, of course, Shelly is sending them all Polka Dot Creek yarn because they're all in Canada. and she's gonna send them all the minis, and she's gonna like take that out of the cost of whatever that she pays them, and they're all dyeing polka dot creek yarn. Well, even if that were the case, every dyer has a different dyeing structure, and that will affect that base. So it doesn't really matter, but that's not what happened. They're all 75/25, but some are thicker 75/25, some are thinner, some are 2-ply, some are 4-ply. So it's a hot mess and it's a hodgepodge. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty, but the only thing you can really use it in if you want to use them all is a blanket, because they're all going to come out at different gauges, and it's a mess. And like I didn't think about that part. I thought, oh, they're yarn dyers. Of course, they're going to all blanket dye the same yarn, but that's not. Excuse me. But that's just not how it works. So back to me. That's my head. That's my problem. I'm going to talk about my last advent, that where it's not my problem, and I'm never buying that advent again, because it was a fool me twice, shame on me kind of thing. But spoiler alert, I'm about to show my Polka Dot Creek Canadian Dyer advent. If you follow me on Instagram, I have a highlight reel where I show it day by day, and I'm going to show the whole thing once it's done. 1, 2, 3. It's up to date to day 20 now, because I'm recording this on the 20th of December. But here it is from day 1, day 2, day 3. Da, 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 da. So beautiful. These last two, I didn't know how to get them up there, but oh my god, this last one, this blue, I love it. This one by Mary Margaret Fires, like that's an awesome pink she did. Um, they're all really gorgeous. This one by Slam, right up my alley. Like, yeah, it's really. Oh, I like Snoopy's hat. Like, I love it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I would like them all to be in the same yarn base and cohesive, because I'm a weirdo who has to have that. And you guys are welcome to call me a freak and say why you care, yada yada. But I'm that person. So sue me, hate me, I don't care. I did forget to talk about a whip, but that's okay. We're gonna talk. I'll talk about it next time, because this is gonna be long, because I'm looking at all the acquisitions. The next one I got, which I have no complaints about this advent. It's perfect. It's my Ruby and Roses advent. Would I get it again? Yes. Will I buy it again next year? Probably not. I don't think. I think I got too many advents and I went a little advent crazy. Um, I also got the Freckled Whimsy sock advent. Um, Let me show it real quick. I'm sorry. I'm just like off on a tangent. So for my Freckled Whimsy advent, which I said I was going to knit last night, brought it to bed and didn't touch it. I am knitting the best self striping rib socks in the world by Nathan Taylor. Pretty bold claim there, Nathan. Just kidding. I've always wanted to try this pattern and never have. So an advent was something that I could waste it on, because if I don't like the yarn, then I don't have to be mad. So I had to cast on a weird number of stitches. I feel like it was 66 stitches for this, and hopefully it fits, because now I'm scared to knit rib socks because they don't always want to fit. I started it and I used like a pop of color for the contrast, didn't like it because it wasn't matching the other stripes, pulled it out, and I never got back on track. So this is probably going to be my January advent as of now. It's okay. I'll be okay. I'll deal. Um, but yeah, that's as far as I got for the second time, because like I said, I had to rip it out and restart it. All good. Freckled Whimsy. Very pretty. My first time doing that advent. Probably won't do it again because I ain't got time for that. I'm realizing, like, with all this stuff, I just don't have time. And like, I wanted to knit other stuff, but I knew if I didn't knit my Woolens and Nosh advent, I wouldn't ever get it done. And then I have just yarn, 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 yarn. Okay, so now I'm gonna show my Ruby and Roses advent, also up to date to the 20th. So look away if you are weird and haven't opened yours yet. I don't know why you would be that person, because it's the 20th. Get on the ball. Okay, I'm going to show it. And all its Ruby and Rose's glory. There it is. So I've got 4 more days left. I have no complaints about this advent. Um, well, my Polka Dot Creek advent, I'm so bad at this. I'm so rusty, guys. So with the Polka Dot Creek advent, I was planning on doing the comfy, cozy comfort throw. Here it is. The cozy, load, the cozy comfort throw by a Homespun House, because that's probably the best bet I'm gonna get with this yarn, because it's all different and weird. Um, with the Ruby and Roses advent, I think I have decided that I'm going to knit the Sweet Shop blanket. I don't have a photo. It's by Laura Penrose. I will link it below. And I promise to actually do that this time. I know I suck. And I was just going to take out all the blue and green yarn, and do squares in that, and then just do squares of what I already have of Ruby and Roses yarn. And do that. Just like do a blanket, like a blue blanket, and then the rest of it I'm gonna probably just put in another, like in a jelly roll blanket, because I want it all blue. And then when she comes out with her new uh, color wheel, and the color wheels are blue and green, those are the ones I'll get, and I'm gonna add that to the blanket too. Because otherwise it's just gonna be a hot mess, and I'm not gonna like it. It's my admin. I can do what I want. So now I'm going to talk very honestly about something. So if I don't want to offend anybody, I just want to tell the truth. So if you're easily offended by things, please click off, and you're welcome to comment below and tell me I probably shouldn't say that. But I'm just going to get on my high horse and be a little bit real for a second. I ordered an advent, and I was told that it was going to be a certain base. This is the second year that this has happened, and it's all my fault because I went back to the same dyer, and I was told that it was going to be a certain base. The advent shows up. There was no update on Instagram, no email or anything to the people who purchased it and spent $200 on an advent that said that they were going to have to make changes to the base. Again, this is twice. Last year, the exact same thing happened with my last advent, and then they act like they pretended that it didn't. Like I mean, just be real. Like, you advertise it as this. I had it all planned to do socks in it, but I can't. I don't want to. I don't want that. Like, that's not what I ordered. And if that's not what I ordered, and you can't fill that commitment, just email us and tell us. But I shouldn't open my advent and be disappointed from there. So I mean, it just starts the whole advent off wrong. So I received a letter from this dyer that was due to budgeting or whatever. They're in Canada. Completely understand that tariffs are out of anybody's control. So they couldn't send any of the goodies, because the goodies, I think, were made in China. It would have violated the whole made in Canada thing, and for tariffs. So this dyer said that they would put a extra send me a $15 gift card, which I still have yet to get, in my email, which I can't do because I mean, it barely even covers the shipping if I get $15 off. I understand why she didn't refund it, so it's not even that big a deal. It's just I would have liked to have been updated on that and not open my advent and have to read about how you changed the base again, so I can't add it to my blanket, and then you didn't tell anybody. Michelle from Woolens and Nos, I ordered her advent, and she's like, "Oh, it's not Cordell anymore. It's 75.25." She went live, told everybody, and she sent an email. Was I mad? A little bit. I kind of wanted Cordell because I love Cordell, but whatever. It's a sock yarn. It's a sock, and I paid $60-something for it. But when you pay over $100 for an advent, you and you and I even told her that I bought it to match my Wonka advent. Nothing. No email or anything. She waited until she sent the advent to tell us. I wasn't gonna ask for a refund. I just kind of like a heads up so I know, so that I can plan accordingly. Like, and I just don't care for the way that happened. Okay, rant over. You can come back if you left the room or if you muted. I'm sorry. Don't come for me. I'm just very upset. And if you are a yarn dyer, and I know a lot of people don't watch my podcast, and that's fine. But if you ever think about being a yarn dyer and you just change your base, if somebody orders something in 75.25 or a 75-25 4-ply or a 75-25 3-ply. Don't think that, oh, it's 75-25, they won't care. No, I put that base in. I ordered that specific base to match with the blanket that I already have. So if you're gonna change the base, let us know. I just would like all yarn dyers to do this. I also heard on the Black Pearl Magic podcast that somebody, like, she ordered an advent and they changed the theme in the middle of the advent after she had already paid for it. What? What? Just no. Like, I would have been livid. But it's my fault because she did the exact same thing last year and I let it go and I was like, "Ooh, I want the advent, so I'm going to get it." Anyway, you can figure out who I'm talking about all you want, and you can get mad at me all you want for talking about this dyer. I don't care. I'm not linking it below. But this is the advent. It's a Muffets advent, and it's beautiful. And there's nothing wrong with the colors. It's just not what I bought. I bought a Muffets advent and a 75-25 yarn to add to my Wonka blanket. So I wasn't excited after I opened it and read that my entire what I spent money on is going to change. And if she wanted to charge me extra for like a tariff or something like that, she could have, just to keep the original base, but that wasn't, I mean, it's even on when I ordered it, I was told that it could change. Anyway, rant over, come back. I'm sorry guys. I just don't think it's right to do that. So please, if you're a dyer, please don't ever do that to me. Because I'll come on here and I'll say something to the 50 people that follow me. Anyway, woosah. So something did come in the mail. Like when I got home, it was supposed to come. It was supposed to come tomorrow, but it came today. It is from Joji and Co. And I'm gonna just open it here. So I was really excited that this came. I thought I would save it for Christmas, but I'm not gonna. And you guys get to see me unbox it. Ooh. Comes with this little bag thing. I did have to pay a tariff to get it. So it was taxed by DHL at the border. So I got this cute little crescent moon. This is suede. It's a little notions patch. This is cute. I love it. And it can even be like a hand purse. It's a beautiful aqua color. Loves it. Thank you, Joji. And what was described was exactly what I ordered. Fancy, funny how that works. I know, I'm being mean. I'm beating this dead horse. I'm gonna stop, guys. Besides, everybody who follows me here is a friend, so you guys know, like, don't piss off a Cancer. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble opening this because she pinned it so nicely and it's so nicely packed. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Guys, it's even prettier than I thought it would be. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I bought this. At first I was like, why did you do this? But now I know. It's a box bag by Joji and Co. And you can't even begin to understand how beautiful this is. It's this, and then it's very, very, very minimalist, and that's why I got it. And it's so cute. Like, I can't even tell you how cute this is. I can put it on my arm. It's just gorgeous. It's perfect. Joji. Joji. Amazing. It's amazing. I can't say enough about it. It is absolutely gorge. Oh my goodness. I love it. I can't wait to cast on my new Joji socks and put them in here. Oh, smells like leather. Sorry. Ex-vegan. It does. But it's gorgeous. So these are both of them. I'm so glad I got to unbox them on the podcast with you guys. Happy mail. Okay, and I also got yeah, I am gonna show this real quick. I'm gonna have to take it out. Fangirl Fiber. I saw these at DFW and spent way too much, so I couldn't get them. But these are great. It's her 75-25 base, and she usually does 80-20. So I'm excited about that. Excited what I ordered was what came. um, and then also from Fangirl Fibers, I'm in her monthly club. Sorry about the crinkle. I don't know what this mic is picking up, so I'm kind of scared. I'm in her monthly club, and then I got the, I think this was November. So I got November, and November is no doubt just a girl, but she used the Tragic Kingdom album cover. So, 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 so lovely. Gorge. I'm just a girl. Okay. I'm having some Gwen Stefani issues in my life lately. I don't like that she's anti-abortion, but at the same time, she's allowed to do whatever the heck she wants. So that's where I am with that. I went into the yarn shop to get another 1.5 needle to cast out my second Woolens and Nosh socks, and she puts the sale yarn right next to the needles in the back. So I walked out with these two, thinking I was going to make a shrug. So this is Neighborhood Fiber Co. 100% merino. It's their sock base, and the colorway is called Old Town. It's discontinued. I think that's why she put it on sale. And then I got 4 skeins of this, which is Thomas Circle. Also Neighborhood Fiber Co. It was on sale, and it was there, and I was like, oh my god. So this, I thought I was going to make a shrug, but I think I'm going to make another DRK Everyday Cal held together because I don't have a blue one, and I need a blue one. Oh, sorry. Fangirl Fibers, I think I'm going to make a pair of socks, but I haven't figured out what socks yet. I didn't need it either. And with the Fangirl Fiber monthly yarn club, I think I'm going to make a light bright scarf. Was that what it's called? I'm pulling it up right now. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for that one. I just bought it. It's from Wool and Pine Design. Yep, light bright loop is what it's called, from Wool and Pine, and it's just it's a scarf that uses Advent. So I'm gonna call it my and it's just like it's knit in a tube, and it's gonna be a fun thing just that I can work on whenever I just need something to do with my hands. Um, I'm gonna call it my Will of Fair scarf, and then I'm gonna do a blanket with the rest of it. I think maybe a jelly roll, maybe something else, but I want to hold the yarn single, so anything that just showcases the yarn really well. Probably gonna do that. So that's where I am with that. Um, love Fangirl Fiber. I chatted with her at DFW. And while I'm showing it, I'm just going to show some more DFW stuff because I never came and showed that. So, Fangirl Fiber, what does that say? I can't read it. It's backwards. You guys are going to have to show me. Oh, God, I hope I reverse flipped the camera. I think I did. My settings copied over from my old phone because I showed it before. But I got 2 of her Bop, and that was to, and this is her I Love the 90s colors. And this is Bop from Hanson. They all come with their own like little cool stitch marker. I thought that was so awesome. But I think she sold out of this, and I got this to make a balaclava from Stephen West, but instead I'm gonna make that tank top by Jessie May. It will come back and it will be shown again because I just don't have not pulling up the thing right now because I don't. It's way long in the future, so I don't know when it's gonna happen. And I got this to go with it. That was back when I was gonna make the balaclava, but I don't know what I'm doing with this. Maybe a hat. Maybe a cute hat. That'd be fun. DK. Or I can make a pair of DK socks. It's my world. I just live in it. uh, I don't know why this is called Banshee. But this is a fingering weight and it's got some gold stellina in there. It's like crazy cool. And I could not for the life of me figure out what I was going to make with it. And I still don't know. And I think it's going to be like just a tank top. There's that. And then I kind of went rogue, and I don't know how I got these two skeins, but this is also I Love the 90s. It's an REM colorway, and it's called Night Swim, and it's based off an REM song. I got it because I like the colors. I'm not an REM fan, really. Well, I mean, who isn't an REM fan? But like, I don't have to go to a show of theirs or anything. And then the next, of course, Cranberries, and this colorway is Zombie. There's a cute little zombie stitch marker. I love the 80s. This I'm going to add to my Lilith Fair blanket because Dolores O'Riordan, she should be at Lilith Fair. I don't, there's a female artist. It counts as a Lilith Fair. I'm adding it. Done. And done. Oh yeah, this one was called Free Your Mind. It's an En Vogue song, and if you know, you know En Vogue. Like, they were some of the OGs. And I went by the Sexy Knitter booth. Oh my god, I forgot I bought these. But I got Muffet stitch markers, guys. And I also got Villain stitch markers because she talked me into them. And I think if you buy two, they were like cheap or something like that. But I forgot I had these. I need to play with these with my advent. Anyway, I also got a Muffet bag. It's under my advent. I also got a Muffet bag. Went by, here, show you the bottom. Went by Katrinkles and got one of these to label my project so I don't forget because, you know, I need another bag, of course. I don't need anything else. Did I need this Hohe bag? No, but I'm so glad I got it. Like, I can't take my eyes off it. It's so pretty. Anywho, here's that. Oh yeah. I got some stuff from Mustache Yarn too, but it's in the other room and I'm not even going to go there. This is Little Old Me. It's a standard sock set from Heathered Handmade. They have beautiful yarn. I just love the way she does like this kind of, it looks like a tie-dye thing. Talked to her for a while, and Stella Yarn Crafts. We talked about our dogs. We did girl mom dog stuff, whole 9 yards. That was fun. And then me and Tania went to Twisted Ambition, and I think we spent a mortgage over there. Not really, but we spent some money at Twisted Ambition, guys. So I got this to make a top. I got 3. This, I think, this is one of his more popular colors. It's called, is it lemon? Lemons. Because when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Lemons. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Just the blue in this. And I'm going to make some type of top. I think I decided on a top, but I changed my mind a lot. So it is what it is. So I think for every 3 skeins that you got, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you got a mini, or was it every 4? I don't remember, guys. I know his partner was trying to give me some skeins, so I took them, and I got these 2 mini skeins. This is some type of aquamarine. It's so pretty, and then this is scrubs. I just got all the blue because I ended up with 2 of these, so there we go. There's that. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'll use them for socks. Could always use minis. And then me and Tania are going to make a top with this. Is a Twisted Ambitions yarn. It just says Cobalt. Base is Neon Halo. It's got those little nippies in there. That was popular. And then this is going to be the contrast color. I'm going to pull up the top real quick to show you. This one, it's Miss is the colorway, and it's like this off blue color. I'm just going to pull up the pattern because I can't remember the name of it. And I got this random solo skein. He was an orphan, and it was just the most beautiful green, and it's called Jungle, and it's on his Wicked DK base, which is 100% merino. I couldn't leave it, and it was just this beautiful blue. I don't know, it's gonna be socks or a hat, but it's got this yellows in it and greens, and it just was just this great green. And it was calling. It was calling my name. So it must have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it was for every 3 skeins that you bought, you got a mini. So there. Not that I needed it, but like, you know, it's always good to have more minis. Oh no. Did I not cue this thing? I could have sworn I did. Oh no. Maybe I didn't. I'm sorry. Let me go back here. It's the Halo base, and it's 42% superwash merino, 32% super fine alpaca, 8% linen, 18% neon dapple nips. So that is that. It's just, it glows. It really does glow. I need to wind this up and cast it on. I have so much stuff to do. I can't even keep life straight. I don't know how people with kids like do stuff. I really don't. I admire you. I knew I cued this thing. So it's called Eyelet Drop by Leah Raven. And that is the long sleeve version. Looks like, and not very contrasty. And we are doing the short sleeve version because we live in Texas and we want to wear it next year in the contrast colors. So I think it's going to be cute. I don't know if Tania's cast on. I haven't heard anything, and I've been watching her Blogmas, so I think I'm safe. She's not winning. Your girl's competitive, so she has to win. Watch, Tania's gonna watch this and she's gonna go cast on. So also, so much yarn. I need to lock up my credit card and never use it again. I did Twisted Ambitions Club. If you follow me on the gram, you will know. I can't show it in the plastic. Okay, I'm gonna get this away from the mic, maybe I'll. So this was October. Got that thing in there. And then January's purple, so I didn't get it because I'm like, I don't need it. It's purple, I don't need it. And this is 75/25, and it's called The Shape. But it is just, it screams me. It's very Twisted Ambition. Yeah, 75/25. It's a sweet sock base, and I just love it. I just love it. And Ross was kind enough to send some gifty gifts. So he sent this. What crinkle? This orange, which was October themed. You can pause that if you want to read it, if you can. And then this was the mood board for November, which is so pretty. And this was the yarn. Oh my god. I can't even with how beautiful this is. Like, okay, so he is, and I was telling him this at Fiberfest, like, he and Fangirl Fiber, I know Fangirl Fiber does a lot of pink. I do not care for pink, but those are the kind of dyers where I'm not afraid to buy mystery yarn from them because I don't feel like I've wasted anything. And I can't think of a lot of dyers where I trust them to that degree, where it's like, I love everything that you put out. And I trust that you're going to put it on the base that you say you're going to put it on. That's a big deal for me. As you can see, I'm still harping on it. And then this was December. So pretty. You can pause that if you would like to read it as well. And what was the color? Cold December. And this is on his Wicked DK base, 100% merino. This would make really cute socks. I say that about everything, but it would. It really would. Okay, so that's that. And I also I shopped the Black Friday sale from Fiber Hustle. So I've had my eye on this for a while, and I think it's called Snorkeling. It's about their 80/20 base, 450 yards. Fiber Hustle. And you guys know I love me some Aaron. I love him. It was so great to meet him. Loves me some Fiber Hustle. And I got 3 of the, what was it called? Gregorian chants. Because I went online and complained, and then he's like, oh, we dyed some more. It's dry. You can order it now. So I got 3 Gregorian chant for that. It's the Andrea Mowry top I was going to do. And they called it yellow. And then I got, I think it's the Sound of Thunder, the Color of Thunder. Thunder! And it always reminds me of that song. So this is like a gray, bluish gray. It's very pretty. And then I had to, because he just dyed it, get the Sheryl Crow. And this is called Tuesday Night Music Club. And it's a Sheryl Crow colorway. Loves it. And then he sent me a card. I'm not going to show the card. It's private from Tiffany. Anyway, it's not private. It just says thank you for your support. I can't wait to see what you make. We hope you have a great holiday season. So they wish you well, and those guys, the vibes, they're just, I love them. Will not say a single negative thing about them because there's nothing to say. Because they're great. Just great. My dog is looking at me like, why am I trapped? Why am I trapped, Mom? You okay, baby? You look funny. So I lay down. We're almost done. Okay, I'm sorry. I just sat there and talked to my dog. So that's it for now. I'm just kind of, this has been long enough, and I'll be back. Oh, I also wanted to talk about that I'm thinking about doing 26 socks in 2026, but also part of me is like, don't start that because you're not going to want to finish it. So we'll see how that goes. All right, guys, it's been great. Good catching up. I hope to come back. I really hope the mic improves all, and I hope the crinkling wasn't super picked up by the mic. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, all the YouTubey things, and have a great day. Bye.